to Grace's neighbor Sharon. Thanks for clicking on my video. I hope you enjoyed. Let's get to crafting. This video is part of the Recreation Inspiration Open Challenge, and a little bit more about that later on in the video. For now, I want you to know that I'm recreating from Crafting My Best Life with Lisa Marie. She does some really great themed videos. She has excellent voiceovers, and she's just a hoot. I'm calling my video The Colors of Christmas. Project number 1 uses the color blue to make a Joy shelf leaner. Bottom left corner is Lisa Marie's Joy shelf leaner, and now I'll show you how I made mine. I'm using a 9-inch wood circle that I purchased in a package off Amazon, and I'm just using some scrap cardboard to make the little top of the ornament. Lisa Marie actually had a Dollar Tree ornament that she made over, but I did not have a Dollar Tree ornament, so I'm doing it from scratch. But it's pretty easy. I just used the cutout cardboard, trimmed it to shape, used a popsicle stick on the back to secure it, and then I borrowed the metal from the top of the jar sign to actually make it look like a metal top. Now Lisa Marie did hers white because her video was actually part of a white Christmas video, but I thought the ornament would look good in blue, and you're going to see the Dollar Tree poster letters. I found a blue version of the black poster letters, so I grabbed it, and it's been in my stash for a little while, so I thought it was a perfect time to pull it out because it would match these decorative tile, this decorative tile. Now, I pondered about using the wallpaper, but I thought maybe the design was a little bit too overwhelming for the size of the ornament. So I stuck with the little tile thing there. And I'm going to go ahead and cut out the poster letters so I can do a dry fit, basically place them on the ornament and get an idea of how they look before I actually stick them on. Now my letters are much smaller than Lisa Marie's letters, but I like the look. I think it goes with the actual size of the ornament. However, I did, looking at the scale of the tile strip there that I cut out, I decided it was a little bit too wide, and I end up cutting it in half lengthwise and then just matching up the design on it. To start things off, though, I am going to give it 2 coats of white paint. And I did some thought about whether I wanted to paint it all blue or all white and do the reverse with the letters, but I just love the blue so much that I wanted them to stand out. So 2 coats of white. I have this weird tool that I got in Grace's craft supplies, and I wanted to see if it was like a crocodile that you do a hole, but it wasn't. It didn't work very good, but it left a mark, and I like that it suggested it was a real ornament. So there I just used, it was just like a no-name paper cutter just to get a straight line because I am straight line challenged as far as cutting goes. I took some parchment paper and made like a circular shape so I could put the letters on it and get an idea of how, how far apart I wanted them. You could also use masking tape, or not masking tape, this is painter's tape. I actually use both, but some people just have a better eye than others and can just get it on there and it looks great. I always feel challenged in that aspect, but I finally got them on there the way I liked. And then these are pretty sticky, so I just use the sticky part of the tile and the backing, and I don't even Mod Podge it or glue it or anything. So to finish things off, I grabbed some white ribbon and I made the awareness shape, scrunched it together and made a bow. And then I used some scrap to cinch the bow. And then while I was looking for that ribbon, I found this blue star left over from my patriotic decor embellishments. And I thought, wow, that just fits perfectly. So I had to attach it to the bow. Better look at the final reveal. Jumping in here with a little bit more information about the playlist. It's called Recreation Inspiration. There's no theme. You just choose someone who inspires you and you recreate some of their projects. It can be the same person, all 3 projects, or it can be 3 different people. It's entirely up to you. Connie has stepped back and Jenny from Lovely Moments Creating has stepped in as well. We have Amanda from 6Ks and a Glue Gun, and this month's guest host is May with Craft Away with May. Host channel links as well as a link to the playlist is in my description box below. Now let's get back to crafting. Project number 2 uses the color red to make a Christmas boho wall hanging. There's Lisa Marie's version in the bottom left, and now here's my version. I'm choosing some embellishments at the beginning so I feel organized. But yeah, so I have some white floral tape, and it's kind of waxy. It's not adhesive, it's wax. So what you do is you tug on it a little bit when you're using it, and that's what attaches it. So you just start off just at any spot, and you just wrap and wrap and wrap. And then once I was done with that, I took my red baker's twine. I chose the color red, and I'm choosing to do webbing in the center of mine. Lisa Marie left hers blank, but I like how the Native American dream catchers look with the web. So I'm going to put a web on my Christmas wall hanging. And to do that, I just make a loop, pull the twine through the space I just made, and just keep doing it. So the way I do it is I pull my twine, I make a knot, I pull my twine to the right, make a loop through the space that I just created, and just keep doing that over and over again. And then the second row, you make the loop on the twine instead of the hoop, and you just keep going. So now I'm going to choose some of my favorite red ribbons, and I do have a few, but I narrowed it down. I'm going to eyeball a length of ribbon and double it, and that's what I want to be hanging down. And the pattern of the ribbon, or the way in which I attach them, is going to be organic. I'm going to start with 1 or 2, and then based on how it looks, I'll add another, or, you know, take away. The red ribbon was from Amazon. The burlap with the dots is from Dollar Tree. They've been in my stash more than a year. And all I'm doing here is taking the doubled up ribbon, cinching it to make a loop in the middle there. Then I'm going to pull the loop through the webbing onto the hoop, and then pull the tails through the loop. So here's the loop, putting it on the hoop, and now pulling the tails through the loop. And then it's just a matter of getting it tightened up, and it's not going anywhere. And then just do the exact same thing with all your ribbons. I think I'm going to show you that I measured it here, and it's about 12 inches. There you go. This red gingham ribbon I also got on Amazon, but I wasn't super happy with it. It was like a bulk thing. There was like 6 ribbons, but it has a nice look to it, and the color's vibrant, so I'm going to go ahead and use it. And I kept wanting to do this loop backwards. This is like a lark's head knot, like from macrame, and it's not even really a knot. It's just a loop pulling tails through the loop, but there's a front way and a back way, and I kept wanting to do it the back way. But as long as you do them all the same, you know, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to finish up here with the pattern on my ribbons, and then I'll do the embellishment at the top. I did choose to dovetail all the ribbons. I dovetailed one, and I was going to like do it randomly, and then I just decided to do them all dovetailed. So here I'm attaching the greenery embellishments with some hot glue. Then I'm going to take the plain red ribbon, and I'm going to make an awareness shape, scrunch it together, and then use this red twine and wrap it around the middle to create the bow. I'm going to tie a knot in the back and hot glue and tie the bow into the middle of the embellishments there at the top. And this will be done. I don't put a hanger on it because I usually just hang these by the hoop behind the bow. You'll get a better look at this during the final reveal. And project number 3 uses the color green to make a ribbon tree. This is Lisa Marie's version in the bottom left, and here is my version. I'm going to take a wood circular base and offset a hole, drill a hole in, not quite in the center. And Lisa Marie did this to make room to put something in front of the tree. So I just did it the same as she did, even though when I display it, I didn't really put anything in front of it. But I like to use burnt umber acrylic paint with a very damp baby wipe to give it more of a high-end look. And I also did the same with the skewer and a handful of beads, which I'll use as spacers in the ribbon tree. So I took my favorite green ribbon, and this was kind of dark, so it doesn't show up as attractive as it is in real life, and I had to really brighten up the photos. It was a little tricky getting started because I just wasn't sure. I ended up making a loop and gluing it, and then I realized it's best not to pull the ribbon down all the way because it's a continuous ribbon, and you do have to pull it up and pop it through the sharp end of the skewer, so you need room. So you'll see I brought the ribbon back to the halfway point. I popped a bead on, and then I just eyeball a shorter length. As you go, the lengths keep getting shorter and shorter, so I eyeballed it, popped it over the sharp end there, and stuck a bead on. And I tried to give you a few different viewpoints here so you could see how I was doing it, because it's not really scientific. It's just poking a skewer through ribbon and popping on beads, and then when you get it as full as you like, or as high as you like, make your shortest selection, and then I trimmed with a little bit extra and curled the ribbon at the top there just to give it an interesting look. And then I'm going to take some this regular tan twine and make a finger bow for the top. I don't know, I've been into finger bows for tops of trees instead of stars. So remember, you're watching Grace's neighbor Sharon, and I appreciate you. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe, thumbs up, and I'll give you a better look at this during the final reveal. Don't forget to subscribe and give me a big thumbs up. See you soon.